Today I'm making a quilt using a jelly roll I created myself. It's only one block, quick, simple, maybe even a little bit too simple because I managed to mess it up. But that's exactly what makes this one of my all-time favorites. Let's see. You know how much I love pre-cuts, right? Jelly rolls are my absolute favorite. But today I am making my own bundle from the fabrics I already have at home. By the time I'm done, I'm expecting to have 40 strips that are at least 40 inches long. I use pre-cuts all the time, but sometimes I like to be a little bit rebellious and mix all kinds of different fabrics that you wouldn't necessarily combine. Because I know that's something that intimidates a lot of new quilters, and I used to struggle with that too, and ended up spending more money on fabric just to make sure everything fitted well together. And this was actually harder than I thought it would be, because I've hacked a lot of my favorite fabrics with things like fussy cutting or projects that required smaller pieces of fabric. Okay, I forgot how much I dislike cutting fabric. Leftover jelly roll strips to the rescue! Here are the 40 strips from my jelly roll bundle. Aren't they cute? Do I actually have to roll it up to call it a jelly roll? I'm not sure. Now, we need to mix our fabrics into two groups of 20 strips. I'm not fussing over this, okay? I'm just dividing the colors into two groups and that should be more than enough. I can also clearly see all the stages I went through with my fabric. Well, the polka dot stage is never ending really, but the flowers versus geometric, yeah, it definitely depends on when I purchased them. Now it's time to mix it all up and start sewing some pairs. Pairs first, then we start joining the pairs until we have a full piece of 20 strips ready to go. This is one of those quilting steps that can feel a bit repetitive, like you're just going through the motions. Do you ever feel that way? I recently found the perfect way to make it more fun for me: Audible. And no, this is not sponsored, I truly love it. Now I just put on my headphones, grab my fabric, and suddenly my quilting time is turned into an adventure. I can listen to my favorite books or podcasts while I sew. Mike, for example, is a die-hard book lover. He loves the feel, the smell, the whole ritual of sitting down with a book. He swears he would never disgrace the sacred tradition. I get it, I love books too, but with audiobooks, you can enjoy a story anywhere at any time. It's a lot cheaper too. Audible has over 1 million audiobooks and podcasts. Each month, I get credits to pick any audiobook I want, and I get to keep them, even if I take a break from my membership. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, there's a 30-day free trial. I'm not, but right now they have an incredible offer. Just 99 cents a month for 3 months, and you can cancel at any time. I've dropped a link in the description for you so you can check it out. A tiny bit does go back to the channel at no extra cost, and if you try it while quilting, you might just end up talking to your fabric about plot twists, like I do. I would say the only thing you need to watch out for is sewing in different directions if you're adding one strip at a time. Like if you sew the first pair from right to left, when you go to add a third strip, sew from left to right, because otherwise the piece will start to bend no matter how careful you are. I think sewing pairs first helps with this because I sew all my pairs in one direction, and then when I'm sewing the pairs together, I sew them in the other direction, and that makes sure everything falls nicely and straight. And remember, whatever you did for the first 20 strip piece, you need to do again for the second 20 strip piece. I would say it's almost inevitable to have a favorite piece. Mine is definitely the second for some reason. I guess when you have favorite fabrics, you tend to put them all together. I wish I hadn't done that, but again, I'm not really thinking too much about it. And before you know it, we've got two pieces looking pretty colorful and happy, ready to be pressed. So let's do that. Okay, so how do we turn two pieces of strips into a one-block quilt? Well, first we need to turn them into perfect squares, which can be easier said than done because these are really big pieces. So first we need to measure the width of the 20 pieces all sewn together, which is usually between 39 and 41 inches. Mine is 39.5. For me, it's easier to cut one side first and then measure the 39.5 from that trimmed edge afterwards. Except there is a lot of room for error if you cut the whole fabric open, so I prefer to close it into a tube and do only one cut. And the way you check to see if they are nice and straight is to close them into a triangle. Now this next part can be really nerve-wracking, but I have some really great tips for you. We need to cut our 2 squares into 4 triangles, so a big diagonal cut is our next step. But if you don't cut it in the right direction for both times, you will ruin the overall effect, so be careful. We place our first square with the strips laid out diagonally, and then we fold right sides together from the bottom left to the top right. Then we fold it diagonally and make a line. I mark it first and then draw the line. And then we cut. Slowly and carefully, but courageously. We did it! And before we move on, can I just remind you that if you'd like to see more videos and support my channel, there are new ad-free exclusive videos every month on my YouTube membership and my Patreon, so go ahead and check it out. Next step is going to be the same thing to the second strip, following the exact same directions, okay? So horizontal strips folding from bottom left to top right. So yeah, long story short, I didn't. So I folded it wrongly, messed up the whole thing, and had to repeat my second piece. What you can do to make sure you don't make the same mistake is to take the second piece, fold it diagonally and place it next to the other already cut piece and see how you need to cut it to make sense. Essentially, we don't want 2 long strips touching. They need to be mismatched. The long strips go next to the side with all the different strips ending, okay? If you put the fabric correctly in place before you cut, you will be absolutely sure it's the right thing. And after that, sewing is easy peasy. No nesting the seams. All you need to make sure is that by the time you're done, both ends match perfectly. Now, we need to press quickly before I can show you how cute this turned out. And just like that, all the stress of having to redo my piece just melted away. And here we have it. One block quilt top ready to go, made with a very unlikely fabric combo that really works. Ah, just look at how cute this is. I love it. I hope you did too, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.